Hi guys, this is Kimi and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, we are in a very different space today. That's because I have some renovations happening at my residence. So welcome to my office space once again, and today I will be unboxing some of the memorabilia that has made its way with me from Austria and Belgium back home to India, and some that was shipped across straight here. And yeah, this video might be a little longer, but a lot of different things to unbox, which is eventually going to be added to my ever expanding memorabilia collection. Well, first up, I know many of you all are aware that Hot Wheels has started its collaboration with Formula One some time back, and these were the first couple of Hot Wheels and Formula One joint venture scale models that came out way back in July last year. That's when the pre-order started, and this actually went to my friend in Eindhoven. Finally, after a few months of waiting, I was able to go down, collect these in person. These are how these look, and yeah, basically you just have the Formula One car from the 2024 season, followed by a set of tires that are mounted on the tire stands there. So both look exactly the same. I just wanted to get two of these and quickly unboxing them just to show you guys, and then I'll actually be making an acrylic display case for it. These look really interesting, very delicate. So they've also given you a very small guide booklet on how to swap tires on the cars. Of course, the tires are different for the front and the rear, so you have to be mindful of that as well when using these features. There you go, cute little car, looks very nice, very much a Hot Wheels model from the yesteryears. If you remember, used to play around with these. And then of course you have these tire sets which look equally amazing. I don't know which tire sets these are, but I'm guessing probably, oh yeah, there you see the soft tires and the hard tires, and you've got mediums here. So that's interesting. We've got the entire set of dry tires to play around with. This is a 1:12 die-cast model of the 2022 Red Bull KTM factory racing bike, ridden by Brad Binder, the South African maestro, an absolute beast under varying weather conditions. And in fact, I've already planned on making an acrylic case for this. I'll soon be giving it to my acrylic guy, so just to ensure that the bike remains safe and protected from any damage that has been caused to those Marc Marquez bikes from 2016 and 2017. So yeah, this of course looks absolutely stunning. We all know how good the livery on the Red Bull KTMs is. The other rider of course was Jack Miller, so that also was on sale, but not in Red Bull World in Salzburg, where I actually got this from. So if you go to Hangar 7 in Salzburg, that's where another Red Bull merchandise store is, so you'll actually find the Jack Miller 2022 model right there. It's now time to switch back to Formula One, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 mini helmets is what I'll be unboxing now, starting off with the 2023 season Oscar Piastri 1:2 scale mini helmet. This was Oscar's rookie year with McLaren, and big shout out to my friend Yang Fei from Australia, because he's the one who actually got this as a present for me when we met in Vienna. And wow, look at this. This is the 2023 rookie edition mini helmet of Oscar. You can see the helmet design, very interesting. You of course have the number 81 and the Australian flag, and of course that is the sign of Oscar Piastri's on this mini helmet. So a very interesting and very beautiful looking McLaren mini helmet. Putting this aside, moving on to the next display, we have Charles Leclerc from 2025. This is thanks to the hosts of the Ferrari F1 Club. This is actually a gift that Ferrari is giving its guests on a race weekend on the Sunday in the Ferrari F1 Club. And it's not just this mini helmet, but another mini helmet that I'll be talking about later in this video that comes across as two gifts to the guests of the Paddock Club. So just being very careful. These of course are built by Bell. That is the company that makes the majority of the helmets for the Formula 1 racers. And this is what you see. That is signed of course by Charles Leclerc, and a very nice sign on the visor there. Had to be very careful with the markers, and yeah, you can see all this personal sponsors of Charles on the helmet itself. Jules Bianchi 17, still in his honor, the Monegasque flag on the top of his helmet. You've got HP, that's the principal sponsor for Ferrari, and then of course other sponsors of Ferrari that are a part of the 2025 season. So this is the 2025 Charles Leclerc signed mini helmet. Moving on to, wow, let's talk of the next most important helmet to own, and this is, by the name you would have already known, this is the 2012 Monaco GP edition of Kimi Raikkonen, the James Hunt edition. This is through DRM helmets, so you can see the certificate of authenticity, limited to 256 pieces, and this was signed on the 29th of January in Brescia, Italy, by the Iceman himself. Oops. And of course this is a feature that is always added should the buyer want to add the chin guard on his mini helmet. This is always put in as an additional separate accessory. Now this is an absolute beauty. What a piece of art this is. Look at how beautiful this looks. This is the James Hunt edition that Kimi Raikkonen sported at the 2012 Monaco Grand Prix. Yeah, so you can see TW Steel and Clear and couple other sponsors that Lotus had in the 2012 year when Kimi returned to Formula 1, and a very brilliant, beautifully signed mini helmet this. For the next collectible, well, I never had any intentions of buying a Max Verstappen mini helmet, but during my discussions with Yang, my friend from Australia, we were talking about the 2024 championship edition of Max Verstappen's mini helmet, and it so happened that on my final day in Salzburg, I was actually 3 hours away from catching a train to Innsbruck. I walked into the Red Bull World and I saw this mini helmet on display, something that was not visible the previous couple of days. And yeah, the store's representatives told me that this came in that same morning and they only had 3 pieces. So I am the proud owner of one, and my friend Yang is the proud owner of the other, and I hope there is a very big Max Verstappen fan who's actually gotten himself one of these for himself or for herself. So yeah, unboxing this very special edition mini helmet of the Dutch Lion, something that the Oranje army would love. You can see the Dutch Lion insignia on the cover. This one is built by Schubert, the same company that used to build helmets for Michael Schumacher. And this is another beautiful masterpiece. And to add to the overall value of this mini helmet, I had Mr. Max Verstappen sign this. So a big shout out and thank you to Max for taking the time out, actually taking a detour from wherever he was heading to when he spotted this mini helmet to stop by and give me a nice beautiful sign on his 2024 championship edition mini helmet. So yeah, you can see all the Red Bull's sponsors on display there, and of course the Dutch Lion proudly displayed on the top of the helmet, and of course Tag Heuer and Mobile One and Oracle, EA Sports, Viaplay, so many other companies that actually back the reigning world champion Max Verstappen. Mick Doohan was my first motorsports hero, and of course, Mick Doohan was a multi-world champion in MotoGP. After Mick, the next racer who captivated my mind and made me a big fan of was Mika Hakkinen, the Flying Finn. And this is from his 1999 World Championship winning year. So you had 11 pole positions and 5 season wins, as you guys can see, very much proudly on display. And this is actually a DRM exclusive again, so a big thank you to DRM helmets. This is the World Champion edition, 25 years, the Platinum GP edition, which was actually released last year, and they still had a few pieces left, so I got this at a great price. And like all DRM mini helmets, this too has a certificate of authenticity showing when and where this was signed. So this was signed in April 2024 in Monaco at the great Mika Hakkinen's residence. And now it's time to show you guys how beautiful this mini helmet looks. Oops, yeah, that's how it looks. You can see the sign proudly displayed there of the original Flying Finn. And yeah, this is a 1999 mini helmet, and you can see how plain Jane the helmets were then, back then. Just a couple of sponsors. So if you were to compare it to, let's say, a 2024 mini helmet, you see all sorts of serrations and subtle additions done to the helmet to make it more aerodynamically efficient, whereas this used to be a more plain Jane, very plain form factor to the late 90s helmet. So yeah, Formula One has been innovating not just on its cars but also on the driver helmets. Finally, this is the showstopper. In fact, like I said in the earlier part of the video, a big thank you to the folks at the Ferrari F1 Club. So of course, one was the Charles Leclerc mini helmet that we got as a gift, and the second was this 2025 Lewis Hamilton edition mini helmet. This is an absolute beauty, a thing of art. And this too has been built by Bell, the most successful driver of Formula One, and has such a glorious history with Mercedes, his previous team, and now he's jumped into the Scuderia Red, and this is the Lewis Hamilton mini helmet. Unfortunately, my marker gave up the ghost, and this is how the sign came out. But I already have a contingency plan in place, and it's already been put into motion. Hopefully, when I do go back to Spa this year, I will be having the chance to get Lewis to sign it again, and if that works, then it's great. But anyways, talking about this mini helmet itself, I love how this color is beautiful color, a very nice matte finish compared to the glossy that we've seen on Charles Leclerc's helmet there, and this has more of a matte finish. Also, this is the standard edition. There is also a Miami limited edition that is there, but it's really expensive. This is the Still We Rise logo, of course, number 44 of Lewis there. We've got the 7 stars for the 7 championships that he's won, and we could have had an 8th, but it is what it is. Of course, we have a couple other sponsors, VistaJet, V-Power, personal sponsors for Lewis, and then you also see the slots for engaging the Hans device when the driver gets into the car. And then of course on the back we have Peroni and Bell's logo, similar to how we had on Charles Leclerc's mini helmet. The final collectible that I want to show you guys is not related to motorsports at all, not even close to Formula One or MotoGP for that matter. In fact, it's something that's very different, and yeah, it's now time to show you guys. This is the Swarovski and Minions edition, something that I picked up from the Swarovski Crystal World in Innsbruck, and I actually contemplated a lot about purchasing this, and I've gotten this piece of Minion to display. That's Kevin right there. Let me take him out. Cute little thing. something that again I'm building a display case for. I'll just put it down there, or rather I'll put it here so you can see it in all its glory. Yeah, there you go. So cute little thing, and I'm actually having a display case built for it. Hopefully I find some space for this minute minion to take up in my collectible display cases, or rather my collectible display cabinet. Banana. So guys, this brings me to the end of my unboxing of more memorabilia to be added to my collection. I hope you guys have enjoyed whatever I've showcased thus far. Of course, apologies for the setting. It's all a bit messed up here, but yeah, this is what I had to do, make do with while unboxing all this. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. There is more content coming your way. Of course, the race experiences from the Austrian Grand Prix will follow after this, but that would be after I return from the Belgian Grand Prix, for which I'm due to travel next week. So really excited about that. Of course, you will be seeing updates on my Instagram from the Belgian Grand Prix throughout that race weekend. So do watch that space. And yeah, I hope this has been an enjoyable video for you guys to enjoy, as we unboxed so many of these, not just the mini helmet beauties, but also the Brad Binder MotoGP edition, and the two Hot Wheel cars built with Formula 1, and of course our good old Kevin the Minion in partnership with Swarovski. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. If you guys are on other social media handles and want to connect with me there, I will be leaving the links to my other handles in the description below. A big thank you to my office assistant and cameraman Priyanka for giving a different angle to this entire video. Anyways guys, this is Kimi signing off. Take care, and I'll see you all very shortly on Instagram, or most definitely on YouTube in the near future. Take care guys. Ciao.